Distinguished guests, esteemed speakers, our speakers, members of the Institute of Chartered of CIA Hub, members of the academia, the ADR practitioners, our sponsors and partners, the delegates from Nigeria and other African countries, because I know we have some students from Uganda and Kenya here. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Abisoye Fadansi. I'm the YMG chair of CIA Nigeria branch. It is my honor and pleasure to welcome you to the maiden National University ADR Students Conference 2026. As we know, this is a flagship initiative of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators Nigerian branch with the Young Members Group. This inaugural conference will reflect our shared commitments to inspiring, mentoring, and equipping the next generation of ADR professionals. We are particularly delighted to welcome participants from universities across Nigeria and other African countries, underscoring our collective vision of advancing ADR across the continent. Our theme for this conference, which says the young minds, the new paths, shaping the future of ADR, reminds us that the future of dispute resolution will only be shaped by the ideas, the innovation and leadership of the young people. I encourage every student here to participate actively. Please engage with our speakers and make meaningful connections that will enrich your professional journey. Today, I express my sincere appreciation to the leadership of CIAB Nigerian brand for its unwavering support for this initiative, but bringing it on board. I also extend our heartfelt gratitude to our partners and sponsors for whose generous support and belief in this vision, even for the competition, the essay competition that the winners will be announced tomorrow, have made this maiden edition possible. Your investment in young minds is an investment in the future of ADR in Nigeria. Finally, I want to thank the speakers, the moderators, the organizing committee, and volunteers, especially the students who are contributing to this historic event. It is my hope that this conference will become a premier annual platform for developing globally competitive ADR professionals and strengthening the collaboration with the students across Africa. With this remark, it is my privilege to welcome you once again, and I wish you all a very productive and engaging and also a very rewarding conference. Before we continue, I would like to invite the chairman of the Nigerian branch of the Institute, Mrs. Olushola Adebomire, for our welcome address. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Abisoye. And thank you to everybody who is here. It gives me great pleasure to be here this morning. Great pleasure because education, capacity building is something I love very much. I find interesting. I myself am maybe a permanent scholar. I'm always learning. And so I think it should be the same for every single one of us, to continue learning, keeps us young, keeps us fresh. I'm getting ready to enroll for a course myself, and I want to encourage you all to continue to learn as well. So like I said, I'm so happy that this initiative has taken off. That is the National University ADR Conference. At most of our conferences, the main flagship conference, our annual conference of the CIAB, I see a lot of young people who show so much interest in arbitration. Like I said, it gives me great pleasure to be here this morning. At our conferences, ICC conferences, CIAB conferences, I always see quite a lot of young people from the universities attending the conferences. And many of them that I have met at these conferences, and I've been meeting them for years. Many of them over the years have gone on to become strong members of the institute. Some have traveled abroad. They have joined institutes abroad. They have become very, very strong members of the ADR community worldwide. I mean, there's so many of them. And anytime I go to conferences abroad and I see them from our universities in Nigeria, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of them. And so I thought, we should get together. And the young members group decided they would drive it. And so I'm so happy that we're able to start this today. This is our first one, and I think it's going to be something permanent. Young people need to begin to take their place in the ADR community. In another 10 years, 20 years, I met people in the ADR business, in the ADR space. Many of them have retired. We will retire and you will take over. I go to different parts of the world and I see what young people are doing in ADR. I'm amazed. Like I said, I'm always learning. I went for a course once and my teachers were very young people. And so I want to see our own people to take their place in the arbitration world. This conference is themed Young Minds, New Paths, and Shaping the Future of Arbitration. Your time is beginning to start now. You're not going to wait until when you are people like me who started into arbitration at maybe 40. I mean, you are not going to wait. You started early, and there's a lot for you to do to shape the future of arbitration. There are so many things that are in your hands, because there are many things that many people don't know, and you young people know it very well. Technology, AI, some things I'm struggling with is so easy for you. And that is the direction that ADR is going and the future of justice. And so people like you need to begin to take your place because the legal landscape is evolving. ADR, when I was in university, nobody talked about ADR. Nobody talked about mediation, adjudication. They didn't teach us anything like that. Today, ADR is being taught in universities, which tells us that is the way to go. It's not just going to be litigation. We are going to have to do new things in new spaces. Also, there are new spaces of commerce opening up that we never heard of before. Crypto, AI, space technology, and there's ADR in all these things, ESG. All these things, we're just hearing about it today. So I am happy that you can jump in at a very early stage and start getting involved. When they were telling me about the conference, the shape it was going to take, and they were going to get speakers, I said no. For me, I want the students to also be speakers. We want to be able to engage with you because we are handing over to you. So we need to engage with you. We need to work with you and make sure that we hand over the baton and that you can run with it smoothly. We want to see how you develop your advocacy skills, your analytical skills. You also need to build connections. ADR and most things in life is networking. Today, you will start networking virtually, but then you will move on to physical networks and you will see some people in conferences later. I say, oh, I heard you speak on that virtual conference. And so those are things that I am hoping will happen because you are going to grow into the next generation of arbitrators, of mediators, of negotiators, of thought leaders, of judges. Some of you are going to be judges. Some of you are going to be counsel, arbitration counsel. Some of you will be bankers. I mean, you're going to go into every facet of commerce. And in every single facet of commerce in this world, arbitration, ADR, mediation comes to play. So wherever you go, you're going to remember that you are members of an ADR community. I kept telling most of the people here, I think maybe most, if we were to take a poll, I'm sure more than 50% here will be lawyers. I am almost certain that more than 50% will be lawyers. I keep saying arbitration and ADR is not just for lawyers. those of you who are in the ADR communities, you need to begin to reach out to the non-legal communities in your campus. Those who started arbitration formally were mostly from the construction industry. They were not lawyers, they were builders, they were engineers, from the construction industry. Today, it has become what seems to be like a lawyer's thing. No. And so I'm giving you a charge as ADR students to please reach out and reach out vigorously to all the non-lawyers that you know and bring them into ADR. We need the construction people, we need the estate surveyors. In fact, in many countries, they have their own ADR society. The RICS in England, they are very strong in ADR. They are for estate valuers. So we need to reach out to our non-legal community on our campuses and bring them and have a robust, vibrant ADR I think ADR students ADR communities, we need to have them. I'm so proud of what you have all put together. I'm so proud of you from all the different universities here represented in Nigeria, in Kenya, in Uganda. And I believe that as this grows, this national ADR coalition, it's going to be not just a national ADR coalition. I already see an African University Students ADR Coalition already, because we already have 3 African countries. So next time when we have this conference, it's not going to be national, it's going to be global. Well, let's start with it's going to be African University ADR, not National University ADR, African University ADR. We're having the annual conference. We're having a conference. It's AFA, African Arbitrators Association, running in conjunction with the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators Kenya annual conference. And this is one of the things I'm going to be putting on the table. How do we make this an African thing? How do we allow our students visit from Nigeria to Kenya, from Lusaka to Lagos? Our students too, I want to see them traveling around, understanding how things work in the other different African countries. And I am committed to it. I'm committed to, I don't know whether it's from here, but I am committed to sending out our students, and they're moving from one place to the other, getting to network at a very early age. We must find a way to do it and begin to have one strong African network. I can go on and on because I am so happy. I'm so passionate about this. But I just want to say on behalf of the organizing committee too, I want to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the speakers again, to the sponsors, to the advisors, to the people at the back. I must commend Dr. Agbelusi and Abisoye. They've done a great job, Betty, and so many people. I want to say thank you very much. I don't know if Professor Wine is here, but immediately I told Professor Wine, the chair of the Kenya branch, I think by the next day, he had sent the link to the Kenyan universities, their ADR societies. I want to thank him very much. And that's why I know this is going to go beyond being Nigerian. It's going to go to African. And so I want to also join Abisoye to declare this conference open. I'm also happy to say that the moment I mentioned it to Mr. Cesar Pereira, he was excited. Mr. Cesar Pereira is the president of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators worldwide. Immediately I mentioned it to him, he was so excited. He's also passionate about students. He gets involved in moots and things like that, and he will be joining us. In fact, the only reason why he hasn't joined now, or is he here?
Yes, ma'am.
He's here? Are you saying he's here?
Yes, ma'am. I can see him. He's here.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was going to say his flight was delayed, so he was on board and was rushing. Oh, Caesar, thank you very much. He's also, I was so excited. Immediately I told him, he said, I will do it. And in spite of his very busy schedule, he said, I'm traveling. I think he's joining us from Mumbai. He's here this morning. Caesar, I want to thank you very much for honoring the Nigerian ADR Society and what I hope will become African Universities ADR Society. Thank you very much. I think I will stop here because I'm just so excited that we're all together. Last thing, I want to hear the students themselves. I want to be able to say we have A, we have B, we have C, and we can send them anywhere to participate in anything. I'm so happy. So I'm looking forward to hearing you from here. I'm sure you will get even jobs before you graduate. There'll be people waiting to pick this one and pick that one. Thank you very, very much. And I wish you all a productive and rewarding conference. Very, very rewarding. I will be here through the 2 days. I'm so excited. Thank you very much. Sorry, I took more than my 10 minutes, but this is just a great, great thing for me. Thank you.